Now I would like to invite Professor Sukrita Paul Kumar. Sukrita Paul Kumar was born in Kenya. She is a distinguished poet, critic, translator, and artist. She has held the prestigious Aruna Asif Ali Chair at the University of Delhi and has been a fellow at institutions such as the Indian Institute of Advanced Study, Cambridge Seminars, and Hong Kong Baptist University. A former literature professor at Delhi University, Sukrita has authored acclaimed poetry collections, including Rowing Together, Oscillations, Apurna, Folds of Silence Without Margins, and her latest Poems Come Home, which has been published by HarperCollins. It's a bilingual edition with Hindustani translations by the legendary Gulzar. Her work has been featured in Their Own Voice, Penguin's Anthology of Indian Women Poets, and various international journals. Currently, she is the guest editor at the Sahitya Academy of India, continuing to shape literary discourse. Please welcome Professor Sukrita Paul Kumar.
Thank you very much. Thank you for your generous introduction. I don't know where to start with because I think this is something absolutely amazing. The technology of the imagination that we normally used in listening to a poem gets actually transferred into technology of the computer. Because I do believe that the human mind and imagination is also constructed by some kind of technology by the Creator, Almighty, or whoever, by nature. And here the two come together. Because as I was watching, I just decided to jot down a few words that came to my mind as I was watching the premiere session. And the words that come to me are melting, gliding, floating, flowing, fluidity, misty, bubbles busting, liquid droplets. And I can go on because that's how I thought I would share this, because I think many of us were feeling that to be a certain kind of an immersive experience. Poetry is all about immersion. And I think the trigger that came to my mind particularly is that here is where colors come into movement, into music. We shouldn't forget that there was a low music going on side by side as the image opened itself to us in a myriad of meanings. I always say that I don't want to reduce an experience to the essentialism of meaning. And here too, I do not want to do that. I don't want to look at the meaning because the meaning is something outside. It has an element of reason in it. It means this because it is this, etc., etc. Don't want to get into it. I just know that there was a totality of experience and that it has become as an experience. I think it's kudos to you and your art and your vision, Meena, because it's you use this technology because you are the one who is actually thought of a technology as a tool. It is just a tool because through that tool, your vision is coming alive. And not just your vision, you are transporting that vision partly when it comes to the reader or the viewer now. What do we say? Is it the reader? Is it the viewer? Is it the reader and the viewer? And the imagination of the person who's receiving that experience. And so in that sense, what Mala just said, it becomes a collectivity. Now, that doesn't mean I want to take credit for all that you have done as a viewer. Obviously, you are instrumental to that. You have to understand fully the material that you use, the tools that you use. Like the carpenter has to understand what wood he or she is using and what are the tools that can be used to construct a table, say, for instance, Not everybody can do that. You have to know the tools that you are going to use. You have the tools and you have the words. And I think words lose their, and I call it vanishing words. They vanish. Words vanish They vanish into the technology that you are using, and the technology vanishes in the words that you use. In that, it becomes a totality. Emotions, where is the intellect then? Emotions have gone through your intellect, and the intellect has gone through your emotions. So it's what we read in English literature, don't we? Association of sensibility. Here you are. That's the example of association of sensibility. It's a totality. And that totality, if one can partake of that, you become part of that particular totality. Isn't that beautiful? That is the universe, isn't it? It's a whole list of one image merging into another, one idea merging into another, one art form merging into another art form. So we are going back to the times, I hope, where I believe in ancient times it was possible, which is when art meant music, drawing, reciting, all coming together, in your case, technology as well. Congratulations. Lovely experience, mesmerizing. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sukrita ji. That was
Very
really profound.